This is the Bajaj Pulsar RS200 at Bajaj's test track in Chakan, Pune. And let's give you a quick walkthrough of the all-new Bajaj Pulsar RS200. As you can see, the looks are definitely something that is attention grabbing. Whether that's for the right reasons or wrong reasons, that's a matter of perspective. To be honest with you, when I saw the bike in pictures, I wasn't all that impressed, but in the metal it isn't half bad. Probably one factor that would probably improve the looks would be a little less stickering, make it a little less yuppie, maybe open up the target audience a little bit. So this is the ABS variant, which is 1,30,000 ex-showroom Delhi. You can see the ABS ring, B-brake, single disc brake. Same kind of spoke pattern as the NS200, and you get 17-inch alloy wheels wrapped around by Nilo Grip Zapper tires, MRF. This is of course the faired version. You can see a little perforated section over here for better cooling of the engine. Tank flanks are really nice and deep, and these are functional. It's not just for show. You can properly tuck your knees in over here. Speaking as someone who's 6'4", I can do it, which means practically anybody can. And this is, you can see, like a kind of a carbon fiber like weave on the tank, but it's really smooth. There's no roughness to it. This over here is actually interesting. This is like kind of like a guard for your inner thigh, and it's really soft and something you definitely appreciate, especially under hard braking. More perforated portion over here. More air will be channeled through. I mean, it's faired, but there is a fair amount of air going in, so whether or not it will overheat under traffic conditions like the KTMs do remains to be seen. This is the rider's foot peg and the rear brake, which is the rear brake pedal, which is really, finish quality wise is damn good, but the brake itself could do with a lot more bite. It's not a question of ABS, just more bite. And you can see over here a fair amount of screws and bolts are visible easily, but it's definitely not something that will be a turn off. They've put in a good amount of effort to get this out of the way, probably because they are targeting global markets also, and they've definitely not compromised at all. This is your Nitrox monoshock suspension at the back. Ride quality, at least on smooth roads, because this is Bajaj's test track, is really smooth. Real world conditions remains to be seen. And there's the outer exhaust. You can see that the actual pipe itself is coming out of the heat shield, and it looks pretty good, but probably this thing could have been hidden a little better. You get a tire hugger for the rear tire, again something that quite a turn off. Maybe there should be somewhere around here, maybe put up a better mudguard around this point. These are really sleek indicator lights and rather suggestive LED tail lights, shaped quite in a wacky manner, and in the daytime if you switch on your tail lights, it's practically intangible. Over here you can see recesses for the pillion grip. You put in your hand over here. Plastic quality wise, it's really nothing to write home about. It's very hard plastic. Quality wise, it's strictly okay, almost bicycle like, but again decent altogether. And over here you can see the lock for the rear seat. There is this one. No storage space, just a bunch of electricals and all under this. There's no storage space whatsoever. Maybe you can put in the documents or something. And this is the instrumentation, the switch gear. You got your high beam on off, dipper switch over here, horn. There's a sound, first time I heard it too. Engine kill switch, and these are the headlight switches. So setting 1 will put it on the DRL, setting 2 will put on one of the bulbs, that is the left one, that is the bike's left, and the more powerful high beam will be switched on obviously by this switch over here. And this is the instrument cluster. Quick switch off the nice and dramatic startup. You got your neutral light, indicator light, high beam light, battery warning, oil warning, engine temperature, engine condition, and the Bajaj logo over here is on at all times. Whether you switch on the bike or just the ignition, it will be on at all times. You got an analog tachometer here, really appreciable. The ABS warning light over here, digital fuel gauge, side stand warning, time. There's also, and the speedometer itself is digital. You got the odometer, trip meter 1, trip meter 2, and that's it. Switches of course over here. ORVMs offer a good amount of visibility, and even for a rather wide set rider like me, it's not half bad. This is of course the front. This is your regular low beam. This is your high voltage high beam. So that's about it. And of course I'm not going to let you off without giving you a listen first.